What's up, y'all? So I hope you enjoyed that video and some of the footage from these lenses. Now, before I get into the question and answers, I do want to say that this video is sponsored by Audiio. Now, this is not the first time I talked about Audiio, and all the music you just heard and the sound effects is from Audiio, the platform. So make sure to check it out yourself. But some of the things that I really enjoy about using Audiio is the fact that they have a very vast library of high quality music that I really enjoy. And coupled with the sound effects makes it complete. Now, the last time I talked about Audiio on this channel, I was mentioning how you can get the lifetime membership. This one's a little bit easier. You can get a 70% off discount on the Pro account, which is pretty heavy. So if you're interested, just check it out, fill it out yourself. Link is in the description and the code as well. And thank you again, Audiio, for sponsoring this video. So I will be doing a full review on these lenses, but I just want to give you guys sort of a teaser to what's to come. I just got back from Peru. Sony Fx6 and I did a job with National Geographic, and we were there for a week filming all over Machu Picchu and in the area. And it was fantastic. I was able to use these lenses on this project.
So right now I'm rocking the 50 Nisi, and we're just kind of getting some general shots. We're at a ruin. I can't remember what it was exactly.
So happy I purchased these lenses. So happy I'm investing in these lenses. And thank you to Nisi, because they did send out the 85 and 50. I was able to use this in conjunction with the two lenses that I already purchased. It really did help round out the whole experience using these lenses on the FX6s that we used. I just have to say, these lenses are punching well above their price tag. Starting with chromatic aberration, it is virtually non-existent in majority of these lenses. The 85, the 50, and the 14 are super clean. There is a hint of it in the 25 from what I've seen on other footage. I don't have the 25. And the 35 that I have, there's a hint of it just in the out of focus areas. But generally, you will not notice it in high contrast areas. It's handled really well. Focus breathing is almost non-existent. It's really controlled. You don't notice the image zooming when you're going from infinity to close focus. So that is another area that I'm just like, wow, how did they get this lens to this price point? It just amazes me. The lens is wide open, it's tacked sharp. It's difficult to pull focus with it because it's so razor thin, especially on full frame on the 85, but you're going to get really good detail still wide open at T1.9 for the lenses. The 14 is the only one that's at T2.4, granted, because it's a wide angle lens. Anyway, you're going to be stopping down on that lens because you don't normally shoot wide open on a ultra wide lens as a 14. Now, the main thing I know you all been really wanting to know is, are these lenses clinical or do they have character? And I would have to say both. Now, when I say character, a lot of people will just jump into the idea of vintage lenses, and that's not always the case. Character comes in various different types of aesthetics and styles. And so what I mean by character with this lens, it has micro contrast. So if you're used to shooting Zeiss contact lenses or CP2, CP3s, that sort of micro contrast to give sort of a 3D pop, these lenses have it, in my opinion. The bokeh isn't harsh. It's very soft ovals. It's not distracting. It's quite beautiful and nice separation. So that's a character in itself. Overall, when wide open on these lenses, they retain its sharpness. So that's all conducive into the idea of its character of this lens. Clinical, it gets a bad rep online, and that's a shame because there are certain lenses that you just need a really good edge-to-edge lens, and this lens provides it with the additions that I just mentioned before. So yeah, that's what I mean by both. The second question I get often is, can you use this with other adapters that have built-in NDs? And that's only the case with PL lenses, or the PL mount of these lenses. I have the PL mounts, so yes, when you actually start focusing, the rear element starts to protrude, and therefore you can't use it on adapters that have like a built-in ND system. So just be mindful of that. This lens system, the Nisi Athenas, they come in RF and E mount. They don't have that issue. They don't have a rear element protruding. They also come with a drop-in filter option and a non-option. But I chose PL because I want to do the adapter route. The other thing that the PL, I guess it's not really a con, but there's not a lot of PL speed boosters on the market other than Noto, but I think they just changed their name. It's still sort of an issue because this does have a very deep rear element, and so hopefully there will be a company that decides to make a deep enough adapter to put PL mounts that have such large or such deep rear elements to actually fit them to put on Super 35 cameras to get the full frame effect and such. Right now you're looking at the 14mm in open gate on my Mavo Super 35 Mark II. So this gives you an idea of how tall and wide and field of view you can get on Super 35. I'm planning to get the whole set of lenses. I will have 3 lenses after this video, then I'm going to get the next 2. Actually, I might just get the 50. 25 is not really my favorite lens on Super 35. I'm hoping that Nisi will add to these focal lengths a 21, a 40, and a 65 at least will be beautiful. I heard that a 135 or 105 is coming. Definitely want to pick that up as well, but I will complete this set when all the lenses are available. And if you're on the fence of whether or not to pick up something like this, these lenses at this price point and what they can do in terms of its performance and image quality will not hurt you in the long run. This will be a better investment compared to any other lenses out there in the market right now. I know vintage is typically the craze that everybody's kind of looking for, and there are some good options out there, but a lot of times you're going to be wanting a lens that's going to be the workhorse, and you can really quote unquote dirty it up with other optical elements that you can get your hands on and assist it to get a certain look. Yes, you can get lenses that have that look that you want, that has a swirly bokeh or, you know, certain image fall off or not sharp wide open. Yes, you can totally do that. But the ability to have drop-in filters later on down the line, I don't have them yet, but you can put drop-in filters on the rear element of this thing. The other options that they have, the RF and EF, there's just a lot of options you can do to dirty up the lens, but having a base lens like this will not hurt you in the long run. So just consider that. Now, a lot of you want my opinion on the DZO lenses, the SLR Magic lenses compared to this. This is not the video for that. That's coming much later because that's going to take a lot to kind of get through and kind of pixel people a little bit. I'm not going to do too much. It's going to be more about the emotion and your feelings. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.